Hello, I'm Brenda Dickerson, editor of Outlook Magazine, and our team is happy to share with you a preview of what to expect in the September issue of Outlook. Our theme for 2022 has been Strengthening Our Spirituality, and this month we are focusing on your health. In this issue, the Outlook team has asked some deeper questions in regard to healthful living and health ministries in our communities, and we are very pleased to spotlight a few ministries and people who have been called to share Jesus Christ with their families and communities through the right arm of the gospel. But first, some of the news from Outlook's managing editor, Barb Enquist.
Pumpkin farmer Cheryl Erickson from the Dakota Conference uses the proceeds of her harvests for mission projects. Recently, she shifted gears and wrote a book about her stories called Missionary Pumpkins: Miracle Stories from God's Pumpkin Patch. Also, a member of the Central States Conference saved a man who suffered from a drug overdose by performing CPR until medics arrived. The Minnesota Conference gathered for an in-person camp meeting for the first time since 2019. Camp meeting was a complete success, with nearly 430 worshipers attending the second service on Sabbath morning. The Iowa-Missouri Conference held its 11th regular session on June 5. You can read the results of the session at outlookmag.org. The Iowa-Missouri Conference also welcomes their new education superintendent, Melissa Morris. Morris looks forward to recruiting for Adventist education and supporting teachers. From Kansas, Nebraska, Chapel Oaks Church won second place in the NAD's Evangelism Shark Tank. During this school year, Chapel Oaks Church will begin hosting courses as an after-school enrichment program where they will guide public school students through the Creation Life curriculum from Advent Help. You'll find these stories, plus more news and inspiration, in the September Outlook. Now on to our features with Outlook's Associate Director of Communication, Hugh Davis.
Thank you, Barb. This month, we learned insights from our president, Gary Thurber, about the recent General Conference session. In some ways, it was the same, but there were definitely differences. We also hear reports from lay members who attended as delegates. Our cover story features the Hope Bus Pantry that takes nutritious food to neighbors with high food insecurity. This inspiring story tells the path that was taken through prayer and planning to go from a good ministry to an even greater ministry for their community. Another inspiring story in the September issue demonstrates how Advent Health's mission to extend the healing ministry of Christ became a reality for a patient who came to one of their clinics, and through a series of 3 questions unique to the Advent Health system, was able to be cared for in an unexpected way. A new feature that you won't find in the print magazine, but exclusively at outlookmag.org, is focused on caregivers. Our newest blogger, Elder Marty Thurber, an Adventist pastor and hospice chaplain who served for nearly 40 years, will be sharing a series of insights God has given him about the ministry of caregiving. Look for his first article, Are You Called to Be a Caregiver?, on our website, as well as other inspiring articles from our featured bloggers.
Thank you, Barb and Hugh, for those highlights from the September issue of Outlook. You can read these stories and more online at outlookmag.org or as the magazine arrives in your mailbox or church. My prayer is that one of the stories shared in this issue will inspire you to help out with health ministries at your local church. Thanks for watching.